Hey,
The Rock.
The Rock Johnson, Black Adam. Finally, we get to give this to you guys. I know that sometimes we overhype some stuff, but we are really excited to give you our review of Black Adam.
We like movies in general.
Yeah.
It's always a good time. It's a good way to do something together. So yeah.
Yeah. So we hope that you've had a happy Thanksgiving if you celebrate Thanksgiving. If you start celebrating Christmas early, cool. We also hope that you're enjoying the FIFA World Cup because we know that we are. Woo! So, to not get distracted, we are going to give you our take on Black Adam. We're going to put our critic hats on and give you our cinema score. May surprise you. Then we're going to give you the AOK Brohood Productions Go Ahead and Go. It's entertaining, or don't go watch this movie, and then we will give our personal ratings. I'll kick us off uh, with at least three things. One, I believe that this was the funnest movie of the year. I was having a lot of fun with this movie. All the Thor Love and Thunder fans may disagree with me. I thought Thor Love and Thunder, of course, entertaining, just not as fun as this movie. This movie made me feel like I'm at the movies. This is good stuff. Let's go. That's what I kind of described, like that attitude of, oh yes, let's go. That's how I felt the entire time. Another thing I really like that The Rock, Dwayne The Rock Johnson did a phenomenal job. Best portrayal. I mean, I know there's really been one, but it's when you find that actor that can do it, they can do it. And then to address the elephant in the room, we gave you guys plenty of time to see it. Plus, it's out on digital. Superman's back. Henry Cavill's back, baby.
Superman.
Superman, my favorite superhero of all time. So that was awesome. I'm glad they brought back Henry Cavill. I hope that they do take good writing and what the fans want and merge those things so we can get a good DC Studios run, especially with the new ownership. Take it away, bro.
Yeah, so I walked out of the theaters and I was like, man, this The Rock, like he's a classic action actor. And so like I just felt like, man, this is like from the 80s and 90s. I love the introduction to Black Adam and everything. Do you want me to talk about the cinema scores?
Well, we can start that. I thought that you just wanted to give your quick take on the
No,
movie.
no, that's my quick take. It's
All
just
right,
like The
quick take.
Rock
Let's
is a big
let's let's
guy in
start getting
Black
into our cinema
BA,
review.
but Alma and I um we gave the hero a 10 and the villain sucked. We gave that a 2. We'll talk about that.
Yeah, we will talk about that.
Story, we gave it an 8. The flow of the movie, we gave it a 7. And acting, we gave it an 8. We had to come to a consensus before we made to this. We
Yeah,
compromised.
we did. We were being either too nice or too critical, but this is our critic. This is our grade for the movie. So, unfortunately, our critic mind, even though the Rock doesn't care about critics, which is accurate for this movie. This was a fun movie. We gave this movie a C. If you put all those numbers together, of course, the hero. We don't have to talk about that. Very epic scenes with The Rock. I think my favorite was when he like busts out of the facility. Shazam!
That is it was one of those scenes where I was just like, man, this is like I feel like this is gonna be iconic. Like we're gonna be seeing like I love when you go to like Megaplex. I think at Cinemark they do this too, but they do a run of all these movies. And so I just feel like it's within like uh Die Hard and Bruce Willis and like that scene. It was like The Rock, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. The reason we gave the villain a 2 was the whole movie was about Black Adam. And but you have to have like a kind of an antagonist, but the antagonist was
What is his name? Sitar.
I don't I mean like I don't get me wrong, I think it's the right move, but I just thought that there was really no character arc for the villain. It was more like he needs to face something. He was the hero and he was the villain of the movie, and they could have just stuck with that and had, but they put a lot of emphasis on the bad guy too. Does that make sense? So that's why I think we give the villain of the movie a really low score.
Sabak.
Sabak.
Well, so the first part of so this is one of my things about the story was the story, but um, I don't, it would be funny if we gave shout out to YouTube channels, but Variety Comics went into detail about uh all the instances that we saw Black Adam and his origin story. And by far what the Rock came up was the best. Like there was just no way to bring him to the screen without his story. But uh Sabak, like he was just, well, let me go back. I was confused because the whole time I was like, yeah, The Rock, he's a champion. And then eventually find out, no, it's his son. His son was the real hero. And then everybody says he just has anger issues, which all I'm going to say, it is human the way he responded. And I don't know if I think he's just going to be an anti-hero because I don't think he's going to convert to what he is in the comics, where he becomes all gloated and egotistical about like, I am a god. I should be treated as a god. I don't think they're gonna take that direction. But we, like, all of a sudden we have to wait to Hawkman saying like, we have records of ancient texts about what really happened, and I'm like, okay. And then in the beginning too, forget his real name, but Sabak, he was like, everybody thinks that they're looking for the champion, but they're really just looking for the crown. And like that was his like ancestry.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess he just had like he felt like a responsibility that for his ancestors, like he's a descendant, and like
Mm-hmm.
he needs to restore who the actual ruler he thinks should be. So and then like I I was getting so like pumped and hyped, because The Rock was like, he was explaining Black Adam as like either an immovable object or an unstoppable force. So I started thinking of like All-Star Superman and stuff. Um, but um, so he gets resurrected. They read the crown wrong, and then it's like this horned demon, and he's like super buff, and the only way that they can, like, Black Adam is the only one that can stop him, and it was cool the way like everything ends, but I was like, really? So that's where I was like, if we were gonna stay in the anti-hero, like I guess he needed a redemption arc.
Yeah,
But yeah, that's me.
for sure. No, I mean, on there are only the very little things about the story that were off. Villain was off, of course, which affected the flow of the story. Um, I understand you have to put some comedic element in there, and there was some good slapstick stuff in there. Uh, me and you, me and you know, Hawkman and Atom
I
Smasher.
love that. That stuff always made me laugh.
And I think it's good to try to get a teenage audience, and you do that by putting one of the lead characters as a teenager. But I just thought the kid was a little bit too much. I think he kind of distracted from Black Adam. And they keep doing that. They keep putting the kid in there who teaches him how to do something. Like the only way you do that is with Iron Giant. That's the right way to do something. Okay. But every time there's this kid, Iron Man 3, I got a potato gun. You know, or a good example is Spider-Verse with Miles Morales and Spider-Man. You cool with that, Spider-Man? You cool with that? You know, that those are good examples of when you try to merge a kid into the
Or like
story
Back to the Future.
or Back to the Future. But in this one, he just seemed a little unnecessary. But I guess you need him so that there can be a push and pull. There is that whole son dynamic. You know, there's some elements that it was good to have the teenager as a lead role, but sometimes I thought he was distracting. I think his best moments when he brings all the people and he's all cool riding his skateboard, you know, that was fine. Tell him the Men in Black sent you. I still can't find out where that is. I know that's from somewhere. And then acting, you know, this isn't a Martin Scorsese film or Inception. It's not that type of movie. So of course the acting is a little bit skewed or with bias and stuff like that. But you can tell that there's some moments of that's just not good acting.
I felt like some of the mercenaries, what were they called? That
I
group that took over.
yeah, I mean I just call them the weird elite secret agent guys. It'll come to me.
Yeah, they felt like a
Intergame.
B class and a C class action people.
Yeah.
Like you know A class action movies, and then you know the difference between a C and a B class. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's our cinema score. That's our critic cat of 70, unfortunately. But our Brohood Productions A-okay. Definitely a movie to go watch. Not just entertaining. Of course, it's not a no-go. It is an A-okay. Go for it. Now, I don't have no idea what JP's overall rating is. I know mine. Uh, I give the movie an 8. If I could give it an 8.9, I will. I really enjoyed Black Adam. I think The Rock did an amazing job. And of course, he brought back my favorite, Superman.
Yeah, so I'd give it an 8, 7.9.
Yeah, JP's always
It
like on
was
the
it was
verge with
for
stuff.
me it was still classic. The Rock. I mean Black Adam, like I saw it around what's it called? Halloween. And I was like, I really wanted to dress up like Black Adam.
Yeah. And JP can because he's all like buff and stuff.
Sure. But that's what I would give it. I mean,
Yeah.
still Black Adam was BA.
Yep.
He's, like I can't wait till Black Adam versus Superman.
Yep.
Like that. It's gonna be
So we hope that DC Studios does a good job. We have no idea what DC is doing. If you know about DC news, drop it in the comments or go visit the other people who do a lot better with telling you about superhero news. We do it a little bit differently here. We do appreciate you guys tuning in to Brohood Productions. We hope you enjoy our review. We have an end of the year review coming up soon, and we'll let you know what the top 3 or 5 movies were. We'll figure that part out. Take it away.
until next time.